I don't even, what? Not sure how I was going to start this video, honestly. And you know what? I really like this lens. I'm going to start using this more often. This is my 18 by 135, so it has a lot of room for zoom. It's similar to the 1018 in that it's very high f-stop, or the lowest isn't very low. It's it says right here, a 3.5, which is actually good. It's one lower than the 1018, so you get a little bit more low light. But anyways, you already know what's up if you've been around for a little while. It is Sunday, which means it's a rest day, which also means that I sort of take a break from recording all day, except for these 2 moments. I'm gonna do, most of you said, it was actually kind of a split decision where a lot of you liked Mobility Monday, a lot of you liked Motivational Monday, and some of you said both, so I'm gonna give you both. I'm gonna do my best to fit them both in the same video, and if I feel like one of them needs a lot more time, I will probably do Motivation Monday and then take the other one and put it on Thursday. But there will always be a Motivational Monday. I think motivation is very, very important for anyone in a journey, and if I can help in any way possible with some sort of motivational talk, then I think that has a lot more value than mobility. But mobility definitely does have its own value. So definitely gonna have a mobility talk. Today is both, so let's start with mobility. Here we go. Bum, bum, bam. So for this one, we're going to focus on the hamstrings, which is kind of going back to the idea of low back pain. This week has been pretty damaging for me with 300 pound Grace, 30 clean and jerks at 300 pounds, did a number on my hamstrings. And then King Kong, 450 pound deadlifts and 250 pound cleans for 3 reps of the deadlifts and 9 reps of the cleans, did another number on my hamstrings. So you might say my hamstrings are slightly tight. That is causing low back pain. Essentially what that is doing is a tight hamstring, just to reiterate, a tight hamstring is going to cause a compensation in the hip flexor, which makes it work harder, or it'll pull a little bit more on the pelvis. So you're getting like this constant fight between the 2 muscles, and that's going to translate to lower back pain because your lower back is no longer able to just stabilize, it's constantly trying to stabilize. To help fight that, working on the hamstrings is going to help a ton. So a few days ago you saw me sit on a box and sit on a lacrosse ball right there on the hamstring. So another way to do that, and a way to sort of control how much pressure you're putting on your hamstring, is to use a barbell. You're going to set up the J-hooks on a Rogue rig, or if you're in a Globo gym, there's those racks that have like the different spots where you can put your barbell to do back squats on. You can set the barbell about hip height, maybe just a little bit lower depending on your flexibility. And then you're going to put your leg on top of it, hamstring contacting the barbell, and you're gonna let your lower leg hang on the other side of the barbell. This is an old school trick that Kelly Starrett put up on YouTube not too long ago, maybe actually a few years ago. And I'm stealing it, sorry Kelly. But thanks for the awesome mobility tip. So this is gonna hurt. Start with just dangling it, sort of rolling the barbell, which will then cause your leg to move forward and back. So rolling the barbell. You can then also let your leg swing a little bit left to right. This is gonna change where that barbell hits on your hamstrings. This is going to be super tender, so just take a deep breath, or just keep breathing actually. Do not hold your breath, but take a deep breath, let it out as you're rolling. And if you find a really jacked up spot, so like for me, it's just above mid hamstring. It's like right below where the hamstring meets the glute. That's all balled up for me. So I'm going to sit on that spot and I'm going to extend my leg and bring it back. Extend and bring it back. This is going to lengthen the hamstring, and like I said before, it's going to cause more movement between fascia, and if there's any adhesions, that barbell pressure is going to cause that adhesion to break up, which is what's going to fight soreness. Be super careful with this. You don't want to damage your hamstring. The barbell is a very hard surface, and it's a very pinpoint surface since it's I think it's 38 millimeters in diameter. If you have access to a fat bar or a stubby bar like I do, maybe try that. It's not as destructive, but be gentle, you know, make sure you're breaking up those adhesions. So I'd say spend about maybe 30 seconds to a minute dangling the leg, and then about 10 reps of extending your knee, so up and back. And then do the other leg and then see how it feels. If that's really good and that did the trick, move on, go with your workout or move on with your recovery day. If you need a little bit more, I'd say hit those hip flexors with a lacrosse ball or a foam roller, and that should at least give you a little bit of balance for your lower back pain if you're experiencing it. Otherwise, this is just a great hamstring mobility trick if you lack the ability to touch the ground. If you want to change up the pressure of this digging into your hamstring, what you're going to do is change the position of your support leg to make this less damaging. You can move to make this less pressure, you move your support leg to be underneath you, so that way you can stand up a little taller and have a little less pressure. If you want more pressure because you want to get into that knot, take that leg and stick it back, and now you're putting more body weight onto your hamstring, and you can roll it, you can dangle it, and you can stretch it out. That is disgusting, but it's so good. So again, pay close attention, don't overdo it. Find that hot spot, move it around. There's your mobility for the day. Let's move on to Motivational Monday. Figure out your why. Why do you want to lose weight? Why do you want to compete at the next level? Why do you want to become a video production expert? Yeah, those are my goals, but hey, some of you guys might have similar goals. Make it personal. Your why should not be to please others. People come and go, but the one person you have to live with for the rest of your life is the person in the mirror. You're not going anywhere. I want to lose weight because I want to feel 100% comfortable in my own body. I want to be able to go to the beach with friends and be shirtless and not have to worry about what others are thinking. Yes, that sounds like pleasing others, but really, subconsciously, that is for me personally. I want to be able to rip my shirt off at the end of a workout during a hot summer day and not be worried and constantly thinking to myself, God, I'm not cut, I don't have abs and this and that, whatever. I've never seen my abs, so that is a big why for me. I've never, ever seen my abs. A six-pack? What's that? A beer? I love beer. That's why I don't have a six-pack. I want to compete at the next level in CrossFit regionals because I want to prove to myself that that's possible for me. I'm a big guy in a little man's sport, but I want to prove to myself that that's even something that can happen. I've seen others do it, but I want to see myself do it. And that might not be a 2017 goal, but it's absolutely a 2018 goal. I want to become a video expert because that is what I am passionate about. That's what I love to do. I wake up in the morning and I want to edit video. I go to bed at night and I think about all the different footage that I'm going to get the next day. I'm constantly trying to think of new and creative ways to express myself through video, and that's exactly why I started this vlog. So think of your why, and for all I know, you might have already thought of your why and you've been working at it hard, but maybe you haven't heard it this way. Maybe your whys are not too personal, not super personal, because it's one thing to disappoint someone else, it's a whole nother thing to disappoint yourself. So making a why very personal can be very hard to do. You know, you're thinking of something that you're gonna have to stick to, and that if you fail, you're disappointing yourself. And at least for me, when I disappoint myself, it hits me really hard, and I do it way too often. So that's my Motivational Monday. I hope it's something that helps you out. Maybe you've never heard it put that way before, and let me know what your whys are. You know, give me your top 3 whys for 2017 and the goals that you've set to just crush it this year. You know, 2016 was weird. 2017 is gonna have to be better. So let's hit it together. With that said, speaking of losing weight, my goal is to get to 265 by February 1st, and I've decided to make the month of January a themed month in following my nutrition, the food that I'm eating, and weight loss. You know, I'll be showing my progression from my current weight, it's about 280, to 265 is the goal weight. I'll also be signing up for the diet bet that Obese to Beast put up, and I hope some of you guys decided to join as well. I'm rambling. I'm gonna stop rambling now, and we're gonna go ahead and move on. That's today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you're new, subscribe. If you're not new, hit that like button. Just wha-bam! And if you'd like to file a complaint or send some positive vibes, leave a comment, or you can also email my wife. And until tomorrow, I'll see you later, crew. Camera down. Oh, I broke my new microphone. That really sucks. Well, at least it didn't break the camera. Oh, stabilizer on. Unlock. That's all good. Kind of landed right here. It finally happened. I haven't had an accident like that with the camera yet. It's definitely before, but it's never taken a spill. It's about 18 inches off the ground. Lovely.